Good day everyone, how's it going? Broads here. Welcome back to some more Diablo Immortal. This time we're going to be taking a deep dive into the Immortals faction. I'm going to show you guys all of their activities and what they have to offer. We've also unlocked our wings today, so we'll take a little bit of a look at those, and we'll also have a look at the 48 player raid as well. One of the quests gave us a preview into that. And I think we are going to be doing that one day soon as well, so that will be another video. Alright, so let's dive in. Alright, so first off, let's take a look at Dominance and the Immortals rank. So this effectively, the higher we get this, the more we unlock and the more people we can recruit into the Immortals. So we increase this by donating Raw Essentia, which we get from completing daily goals. And we can also now buy it from the Honor Merchant as we've leveled up enough to have that unlocked. So in this overview, basically to get the dominance, you contribute to your dailies. Kion's Ordeal, which is the 48 player raid, gives dominance. The Immortal Strategy, if it's set to dominance, the gains will be increased. You got the Honor Merchant, and the Rite of Exile will also give the dominance as well. So ideally at the beginning we want to get as much of this as we can to unlock. But this is the Immortal Ages. These are all the levels that we can unlock as the Immortals and what they offer. So a lot of it is increasing the weekly rewards for all the players, along with improving the combat effectiveness, and they also give us a reward chest as well. Alright, so as we go up here, I believe gold 4 is the highest. Can't go any higher than that. And once we get there, we get 37k gold and 200 honor every week that we're in power, and the abilities also get increased more and more. There's also some wings that get unlocked exclusively for the leader and also his lieutenants and the elites as well. Let's just have a quick scroll through here, see what's what. A lot of it's just mostly increasing the combat effectiveness, like pretty much every time. Slight increase in the reward. So this is the leader's cloak that will unlock exclusively to the leader of the Immortals, and we have this one here which is just for the elites as well, a unique version of the cloak. Then we have the normal cloak as well. Alrighty, let's move on to Prestige. So Prestige, basically the more you contribute, the higher your prestige gets and the more rewards you get. And this can actually be quite important because you can get a couple legendary items from the Vault as well, which I will show you in a minute. So these are all about the weekly rewards. So as the dominance is gained through every Immortals contribution, the reign advances, and this improves everyone's rewards. And then everyone has their own weekly ranking, which the higher your ranking, the better the rewards. Alright, let's move on here. So you get these rewards from the dominance, from your prestige, and from the vault as well, depending on what's in it. Let's have a quick look at the vault here. So the vault has a ton of legendary items. Some of them are really powerful. Some of them have like 2 or 3 stats on them. Really good items in here. So you can request up to 3 of these items, and based on your ranking, you'll either get 1, 2, or 3. So if you have a look in here in the Vault overview, the rewards include gold, honor, and equipment. So if you rank 1 to 3, you get 3 items. 4 to 20, you'll get 2 items, and 21 and below, you get at most 1 item from this Vault, which is still okay because the items are actually quite good. And you can request which item you want, but if multiple Immortals request the same item, then the person with the highest weekly ranking will take that item. And also, the shadows can take items from our vault as well if we don't manage to defend it. And if that happens, then you just can choose another item, but that item that you originally chose will no longer be available. So it's a pretty cool system actually. We seem to get some decent rewards each week. So you can also see there the weekly losses and so forth as well. But the shadows haven't taken anything just yet. And we also can see all of the Essentia we have and what's been stolen. So you need Essentia to do Kion's Ordeal. Currently it costs 30,000, so almost there. And Essentia is mostly earned doing the Immortals daily goals. Alright, let's take a look at the Immortal Strategy. So this is what can be set by the leader, what we are concentrating on. So if it's on Concentrate Power, we get, I believe it's 1.2 times more Dominance. Let's have a double check. Yep. Or we could do Bolster the Vault, which makes the Vault stronger and harder for the shadows to raid. Or we could do Reward Loyalty, which gives us more rewards. So at the moment we're focusing on Dominance. Based on the Eternal Crown rank, we also have damage and defense boosts. This goes up by 2, I think, per level. And it also allows us to recruit more members into the Immortals. So here it says maximum number of Immortals, extra damage and damage reduction, new difficulty options and rewards through Kion's Ordeal, and also unique abilities to the Immortal, who's the leader, and his lieutenants as well, which I will show you in 1 second with all these crown powers. Alright, so these are the powers that the Immortal and his lieutenants get. These can be activated by them only. They're not super powerful, they're not bad. But they don't last for very long. They only last for 10 seconds. They only last for 10 seconds and then they have a 30-minute cooldown. So it's a nice little boost when you really need it, but nothing too crazy. Crown of Restoration. Alright, so let's take a little look at all the activities for the Immortals. So we've already touched on gaining Dominance. I'll just show you the tooltip here. So in order to increase their Dominance, all Immortals are expected to contribute raw Essentia. And then that just shows you that we get some contribution and some honor as well from doing that. Along with that, we also have our daily goals. So the daily goals are fairly quick to finish. They're nothing too major. I'll show you some of those in a sec here. Just quickly show you what you get for completing the daily goals. It's mostly Essentia and raw Essentia and some XP and gold, of course. So these are some daily goals that I've already finished, but they're all pretty simple, like inspecting the Wall of Honor, completing a challenge rift, complete a couple bounties. Like there's nothing too crazy there. It doesn't take very long to finish these. And then by finish them, you get the activity, you get the Essentia, you can actually get quite a lot of experience. You get a bit of gold and a random piece of equipment as well. So these change every day as to what you're going to do. And of course we have honor down the bottom based on our activity points as well. Daily goals assigned to us each day, 3 AM, mostly for raw Essentia to level us up. That's their main purpose. Alright, so let's move on to defending the Vault. So as the Immortals, we need to defend our Vault to stop the shadows from taking all of our Essentia and equipment. So this is active every day between 10 AM and 10 PM. If you're alerted to the shadow's presence in the Vault, then you can go and defend it. So it's effectively a PvP situation, but only if the shadows alert the Immortals to it by failing to kill the Watchers. This is a little bit of the Vault gameplay. This was from when I was in the shadows, just to give you a little snippet of what the Vault is all about. So just imagine that these shadows here are in the Vault, and now if we get alerted, we could go and kill these shadows and take all of the Essentia and equipment and so forth that they've taken. We can get it back off of them, which is pretty cool. It isn't unlocked just yet in the game, as there's no shadows just yet. Shadows are currently rebuilding, but once we get the shadows back, I'm going to upload another video with the Vault of defending the Vault in it. Alright, so let's move on to Kion's Ordeal. So this is a 48 player raid, which is pretty cool. So it's 4 teams of 12 going up against 4 different monsters at the same time. Then you get gold, experience, legendary item, and dominance, and Daedus' blessing, which allows us to get 3 additional reward chests from the Elder Rifts. And from my experience with those chests, I've been getting rare crests and I think maybe scrap as well. I'm not sure if they drop legendary crests, but they definitely drop the rare ones. Alright, so this is the 48 player raid. This was in the training, so this is with AI. So there's 4 different bosses to go up against with 4 teams of 12. The bosses are different each run. Alright, I need to go into this one against Moloch. So the bosses that you go up against, they have a lot of health. They're going to hit pretty hard as well, as you could imagine, with 12 players all against the one boss.
Still waiting.
So it's a pretty cool system. So you got 30 minutes to kill all 4 bosses. Ideally you want to kill them about the same time as well, because they go into a rampage as they get low and makes it a little bit harder. So once the challenge is successful, you go and receive Daedus' blessing. Power up. And then along with this, we also choose a mystery piece of equipment. So a little circle is going to pop up here, and you pretty much just stand in the one that you want. So you just choose whichever one that you're in need of. So during this preview, we only got like a rare equipment. I didn't get any legendaries from it. So yeah, that's the 48 player raid. It's pretty cool, and we're going to be checking out that very soon. So subscribe to the channel. I'll have a video about that as well once we get around to doing it. And then along with all of that, we can also participate in the daily Battleground, which I've already made video on, we've already seen. And we can also participate in the Rite of Exile, which is 10 matches of 8 vs 8 against the top 10 dark houses from the shadows. So the Immortals put in 80 players, which is quite a lot. So you need 80 players online to go and defend against the shadows. Alright, so when you first join the Immortals, you end up with this quest chain called the Path of the Immortals, and this is where we unlock our cape, or our cloak. I like to call it the wings because that's what it looks like. And it's pretty cool. It's just a little cosmetic item for the Immortals. And these are fairly easy to complete the path. It's nothing too crazy here. It's mostly run around, speak to some people, and it just slowly introduces you to the Immortals mechanics, like defending the Vault and Kion's Ordeal, so forth. As you complete one, you then have to wait a day before you can complete the next one. So this took like 4 days before we could unlock the cloak, which is okay. It also gives a bunch of gold, XP, etc. Alright, so this is the cloak in-game. It's pretty cool, it looks pretty shiny. I'm not sure if we ever get like a different cloak, but well, other than the elites and the leader, they get a better cloak as we rank up. And we've also got the Honor Merchant, who has exclusives for the Immortals as well once we reach higher dominance levels, such as Essentia Rare Crest, Mystery Legendary Item, Carson's Invigoration Gem, and a Legendary Crest. So most of these can be bought from the Honor Merchant anyway. It's just another avenue of just buying. I'm sure there's like probably the same limits as well. And then finally for the Immortals, we have the Wall of Honor. So this keeps track of every single house that's been Immortals. It shows who all the founders were. So this is where the founders initially at the beginning of the Immortals' reign. So it keeps track of all of these. So during the reign, the depictions of the Immortal and their lieutenants are updated, and after the reign ends, all of the everything we do will be recorded in history. So And there's also a leaderboard based on how well we did. And you can also view all of the Chronicle as well. So the Chronicle is basically like a little history of what happened when the rain began, when we leveled up, and when the shadows attack, etc. And then the leaderboard will have all of the reigns in there, how long they've reigned, how much dominance they earned, and so forth as well. And then you can scroll back and see all the previous immortals that reigned over as well. So it's a nice little it's a nice little system. I like it. Alright everyone, that's been my deep dive into the Immortals. So far I'm having good fun with it. There's still plenty of stuff to do, such as defending the Vault and Kion's Ordeal. And then we'll also have the actual Rite of Exile coming up as well over the next couple of weeks. That's going to be pretty cool. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want some more Diablo's Immortals content. Or let me know down in the comments about any other new upcoming games that you'd like me to check out, as I also check out a ton of different alphas and betas. Alright everyone, thank you for watching, take care, and I'll see you again soon in another video.